Services District meeting, February 10th, 6:30 p.m. to order. Mr. Clerk, Mr. Davidoff, will you call the roll?
Commissioner Cantor.
Here.
Commissioner Harris.
Here.
Commissioner Lazarus.
Present.
Commissioner Lyons.
Here.
Commissioner McGinnis.
Here.
Commissioner Poland's absent. Commissioner Walters.
Here.
Commissioner Wang.
Here.
Commissioner Winograd.
Here.
Commissioner Johnson.
Here.
Commissioner Spivak. Here. Commissioner Bassanese.
Here.
Commissioner Suffian. Absent. Okay, so we have a quorum.
Thank you, Mr. Davidoff. So I'm just going to give you a little background. The purpose of the West Hartford Special Services District, some of you, this is your first meeting, is to promote the economic well-being of the town by developing and enhancing and preserving the vitality of West Hartford Center. The Special Services District operates and manages the 2 parking garages and the other public improvements, and it utilizes the services of town employees, offices, and equipment to do so. The district is governed by the Board of Commissioners, of which we all are a part. It has 11 members, represents the municipal, commercial, and residential landowners in the district. All 9 town council members are on the board and represent the municipal landowner. The other board members represent the commercial landowners, Blueback Square, and the residential landowners, Heritage Condominiums. Every year, the board adopts a budget, which includes the proposed expenditures, revenues, and a recommended tax levy for the district. This is a meeting for the members of the district, and it occurs once a year. So we do actually have a public forum, a section of this, and we will get into, Rick will explain some of the this is a very unique year to the Special Services District because it actually will dissolve this year. So, but we can talk a little bit more about that. So, is there any owner of property within the Special Services District who wishes to address the Special Services District members regarding any item on the agenda? State your name for the record and you can speak.
Ed Bassanese. And just have a question regarding the tax levy that we've been paying since the SSD began. We understand that we paid that again in January, and just wanted to get confirmation that that is the last payment of that type going forward.
So for public comment, we receive it. Our town manager will address that during his comments. So, okay.
Thank you.
All right. Any other comments for the owners? Okay. Then we will go to approve the minutes, and I know a number of you are recused, so we just need a couple of us to approve the minutes. Ms. McGinnis?
Motion to approve the minutes of the general meeting of the members on January 2nd, 2024.
I second the motion.
Are we sure that's January 2nd, 2024 or 2025? I don't know.
2024 on the year.
Did you have the meeting in 2025?
I thought we did have a meeting in 2025. The question is the date. I don't think it was January 2nd.
Okay,
but-
why don't we pass that, and I'll go see if I can pull the minutes from 2025.
Okay, so we'll skip that item for now. Approval of minutes, we will skip. Then receipt of petitions. I don't want you going far, Gina, though, because just in case. No, I think I got this. We can do it. It's all right. Go ahead. Okay. We have no petitions. No consideration of consent calendar, no consent calendar, no receipt of communications, no unfinished business. We are now on new business. Elections to the Board of Commissioners of the District. Member and alternate member to represent the owners of the taxable commercial land use property within the district. Nominations are now in order for the position of District Board member representing the commercial land use owner. Are there any nominations? Ms. Johnson, I think you have to nominate yourself.
Karen Johnson and Caitlin.
So you are nominating, yes, Karen Johnson. Is there any further nominations for the commercial? Okay, hearing no
Yes,
further.
as the I'm
Sorry, go
We're gonna
ahead.
get to the alternate.
Okay. Yes, that's I'm sorry? Yes, but
We're
I
not
do
there.
think we have an alternate. Oh, no, we don't.
Yeah.
Member and no, this is member and alternate, so, can we also have a name for an alternate?
Name
Nomination.
For an alternate.
Caitlin
Caitlin Carter.
Carter. Okay. All right. So we have nominations for as member Karen Johnson and as alternate Caitlin Carter. Are there any other nominations? Okay. Seeing no other nominations, the nominations are closed and we are moving to a vote. Only those commercial members of the district may vote. So Ms. Johnson, it's you. All those in favor of the names to be elected as board member?
You vote now, Ms. Johnson.
All you need to say is aye.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So Karen Johnson is now elected to the district board, and Caitlin Carter is the alternate. Okay. And so now we are, Ms. Johnson, you can relax, and then who does? Okay, so we have that alternate as well. Sorry, that was a separate item. So now we are taking nominations for the position of the district board member representing the residential land use owners. Are there any nominations? Yes, Mr. Bezanisi.
I nominate Art Spivak.
Wonderful. Are there any other nominations? He's an alternate, right? We will nominate him as an alternate. I'll do it separate because you're both here.
Can I nominate the alternate?
We're going to do the alternate after you first. So we'll do you, and then we'll do the alternate. Okay. Nominations are now in order for the residential. So we have Art Spivak. Are there any other nominations? Okay. Seeing no other nominations, Mr. Spivak, you and the other residential members of the district may vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Terrific. Any opposed? Okay, you are nominated to the board. Is there a nomination for an alternate member to the board?
I nominate Edward Bassanisi
Okay.
to be the alternate.
Wonderful. Are there any other nominations for alternate? Okay. And we actually don't vote on the alternate. You can just do that. So so we have Art Spivak as board member, and we have Ed Bassanisi as alternate, and we are now done with the board. Thank you and congratulations. Until maybe Mr. Ledwith will mention that, I don't know. We're going to get to staff reports. We have no consent calendar, and we'll go to staff reports. Mr. Ledwith.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Good evening, everyone. As add-on to some of the comments that the mayor made at the beginning. And just for, I guess, educational purposes for our 4 new council members as well. The Special Services District was formed some 20 years ago as part of a private-public partnership between the town and Blueback Square. And at the time, the town formed what we're meeting here tonight about is the Special Services District. And we had issued $48 million in general obligation bonds some 20 years ago as part of that partnership. And that $48 million was used to fund town hall renovations to the Noah Webster Library, as well as the construction of 2 parking garages, the Memorial Garage and the Isham Garage. And through that process, we collect a Special Services District tax from the property owners within Blueback Square, which includes the condominium owners at the Heritage. And that total amount is $1.7 million. So we take that $1.7 million, we combine it with parking garage revenue as well to fund the debt. So we have, and within the Special Services District, we take that tax revenue, we take the parking lot revenue, and we transfer it to the Blueback Square Fund, and then we fund our debt. We have, this is, as folks know, this is the last year that we are, that we had to make a debt payment. So our bonds are now officially paid off. We're collecting the last half of the taxes from the property owners. And we are at the point now where we need to formally dissolve the Special Services District as it served its purpose to fund those general obligation bonds. So Deputy Corporation Counsel is working on a memo as we speak. We would bring this memo to our next Finance and Administration Committee meeting, which I believe is Monday, March 2nd. If it's not the 2nd, it's the 3rd. So whatever that first Monday of the month is. And there's essentially a couple different agreements that we just have to review from a legal standpoint, because we have our master agreement, which governs all of Blueback Square. We have our Special Services District. We have our Blueback Square Fund. We have our Raymond Road parking agreement as well. So there are a few different agreements. We just have to make sure that we do everything from a legal perspective, and before we formally dissolve it, make sure that we essentially cross our Ts and dot our Is. So we'll have that review completed. We'll present it to the Finance and Administration Committee. And then to answer Ed's question earlier, that would formally dissolve the SSD as of June 30th of 2026. So that would be potentially your last tax payment this year. So assuming everything goes as planned. So that's where we are. I'm happy to answer any questions, further questions regarding that summary.
Thank you, Mr. Ledwith. Are there questions for Mr. Ledwith? Okay. I know we have an update to item number 3 that we skipped, so we'll go back to that in a minute. But any other
Madam Mayor.
questions from Mr. Ledwith on?
If I may, I just need to go back and print, and then
Oh.
I'll be back in 1 minute.
Okay, no problem. Good. All right, Mr. Bessanisi.
Actually, just to clarify then, we made our payment in January. Are you saying we will have to make another payment at the end of June?
Through you, Madam Mayor, no. So we would dissolve the district as of June 30th of 2026.
made our
So
final-
you made 2 payments this year. You made one in July of 25, your second one in January of 26, and that would be it. Yeah, you're welcome.
Yes, we're on fiscal year, so you can buy pizzas or something tonight. I'm teasing. I really am teasing. So, yes, we will have that formalized probably in time for our budget as well, to talk about that.
Correct.
Okay. We are just waiting for the one business item we have to adopt the minutes, besides the nominations.
So, Madam Mayor, with respect to the approval of the minutes, it should only be those who were present at that meeting on January 14th, 2025, which would be yourself, Counselor McGinnis, Counselor Winograd, Counselor Walters, Mr. Spivak, and Ms. Johnson. Everybody else was not present.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Davidoff. All right, so if you were not, no. Yes, you can still make the motion.
You can
That's
still
a
make-
good question. Yes, you can still second the motion. All right, so we're back to number 3. Ms. McGinnis.
Motion to approve the minutes of the general meeting of the members on January 14th, 2025.
I second the motion.
Motion's been made and seconded, and those people that were present at the meeting, you know who you are. All those say aye. Any opposed that were present? Okay, so, Mr. Davidoff, you have the...
The vote is 6-0.
Thank you. All right, and with that, we are now at the end of this meeting, and without objection, I move that the meeting be adjourned. Is there any objection? Okay, seeing no objection, meeting's adjourned, and we will be back for 7:30 Town Council meeting.
Thank you.
All right. I'll call the February 10th Town Council meeting to order, and we'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, Mr. Davidoff.
Good evening, Madam Mayor.
Good
Mayor
evening.
Cantor.
Here.
Counselor Harris.
Here.
Counselor Lazarus.
Present.
Counselor Lyons.
Here.
Counselor McGinnis.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Poen is absent. Counselor Walters.
Here.
Counselor Wang.
Here.
Counselor Winograd.
Here.
Check your office.
Okay, we're missing a proclamation, but I have two, so I will begin with this one. Whereas Rare Disease Day is observed annually on the last day of February to raise awareness of rare diseases and the challenges faced by individuals and families affected by them. And whereas a disease is considered rare in the United States when it affects fewer than 200,000 people, yet collectively, rare diseases impact an estimated 30 million Americans, approximately 1 in 10 people, including likely more than 367,000 residents across the state of Connecticut. And whereas they are believed to be between 7,000 and 10,000 known rare diseases, and individuals living with rare diseases often experience delayed diagnoses, limited treatment options, gaps in coordinated care, and significant financial, emotional, and social burdens, which also profoundly affect their caregivers and families. And whereas Connecticut is home to patients, caregivers, clinicians, researchers, biotech innovators, insurers, and advocates who work every day to advance early diagnosis, improve access to care, promote health equity, and enhance quality of life for people living with rare diseases. And whereas Rare Disease Day provides an important opportunity for elected officials, municipalities, community leaders, and residents to recognize the resilience of the rare disease community and to affirm a shared commitment to awareness, inclusion, research, and policy solutions that improve outcomes for all. And whereas the 2026 statewide awareness campaign in Connecticut, Rare is Everywhere, seeks to educate members of the Connecticut legislature and the public about the presence, needs, and contributions of patients with rare diseases and programs throughout our state, thereby strengthening understanding and support for this diverse community. And whereas the town of West Hartford expresses the appreciation for advocates, clinicians, researchers, and organizations dedicated to improving the lives of those impacted by rare diseases. Now therefore be it proclaimed, and on behalf of the Town Council and the residents of West Hartford, I, Mayor Sherry G. Cantor, do hereby recognize February 28th. We're actually not going to have a meeting, I think, on later in February, so it's just, as Rare Disease Awareness Day, and join communities across Connecticut, the nation, and the world in honoring individuals and families affected by rare diseases, and encourages residents to learn more about rare diseases, support affected families, and participate in efforts that promote awareness, compassion, and equitable access to care. We do have another proclamation that I'm waiting on, but we will go ahead with the next agenda item and come back to it. That's okay, Mr. Dodge, correct? If I leave it open?
Yes, Mayor, you may pass over that item and come back to it.
Okay, very good. All right, we will, public forum. I'm going to ask if there's anybody here to speak to any item on the agenda that is not the subject of a public hearing. Okay, I have Nicholas, and I'm not sure of the last name, on 433 South Main Street. It was you thought it was attendance, didn't you? It's happened before. No problem. Is there any, it's perfectly fine. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. Thank you for letting us know you're here. Is there anybody else that would like to speak to something on the agenda that's not the subject to a public hearing? Okay. Very good. We will go to consent candidate 4A, Ms. McGinnis.
Without objection, I move that items 5A through 5C, 7D through 7M, 10A, and 10B are placed on the consent calendar.
Is there any objection? Okay, hearing no objection, those items are placed on consent. Ms. McGinnis.
I move adoption of the consent calendar.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, we have a couple of consent items, and we will now go to 7A. Ms. McGinnis.
Application of Corporate Center West Associates LLC and Hartford Healthcare requesting an amendment to Special Development District 15, more commonly known as Corporate Center West. The application seeks to amend the approved plan by modifying the existing Hartford Healthcare building located at 445 South Main Street with a new proposed facade entry addition and new signage. Without objection, motion to receive and refer to Town Planning and Zoning Commission and Design Review Advisory Committee for their required review and set for public hearing on April 7th, 2026 at 6:45 p.m.
Is there any objection? Okay, hearing no objection, the motion is adopted. Letter B. Oh, I think we need to wait for Mr. Ledwith on this one. Okay. Sorry, we're on pause for a minute. We will proceed. Letter B, Ms. McGinnis.
I make a motion to adopt a resolution approving an additional full-time position in the Department of Social Services to support community development block grant programs.
I second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Mr. Ledwith, thank you all.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This resolution was discussed at both of our last Finance and Administration Committee meeting as well as our Human and Community Services Committee meeting, and calls for a restructuring from a personnel standpoint of our community development block grant program to ultimately better meet the needs of our residents. Presently, the CDBG grant program funds housing rehabilitation services as well as important work through our food pantry through a federal grant from the Department of Housing and Urban Development. We have seen both the demand for housing rehabilitation as well as our food pantry increase over the last year, particularly with our food pantry, which plays a critical role in addressing food insecurity, a need that, as we all know, has increased during and following the disruption of the federal SNAP program during the governmental shutdown. Included in our budget is funding for 1 full-time employee and 6 part-time employees. With this resolution, we would move to 2 full-time employees and 2 part-time employees. Funding is available within our current federal grant-funded program budget and would not include using general funds. The full-time position would be a program specialist and would be responsible for assisting one of our program managers in administering the housing rehab program, including intake, eligibility determination, contractor coordination, project oversight, and closeout, and would also obviously include the coordination and administration of our food pantry, which, as folks know, is essentially a full-time, 5-day-a-week operation right now, with our lobby serving as what looks like a grocery store these days. But the demand is there, and we're very fortunate to have our residents stepping up and providing us with the supplies that we need to provide to our neediest residents. So through you, Madam Mayor, I will pause there and turn it back to you for any questions or comments you may have.
Thank you, Mr. Ledwith. We did talk about this in human and leisure, maybe in finance too, but in human and leisure services. So, Mr. Winograd.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Again, good summary from Mr. Ledwith. We did discuss this in human services as well as finance, and without really anything to add, except that there were sort of much complimentary comments about the incredible work being done, and both from our staff and from our town coming forward with really needed food. So certainly a recommend approval, and again, obviously the note that there is no fiscal cost on this from our funds. So I suggest approval.
Thank you, Mr. Winograd, and yes, it's a much needed, and we appreciate the tremendous work that that our everyone in social services is doing right now. So, all right, all those any more? Oh, sorry, Ms. Harris.
Thank you. Through you, Madam Mayor. So I just had a couple of questions. You said that, I think you said that the position is going to be funded through a grant. And so my question is, is this the new position that's going to be funded through the grant, or the current positions? And then also, is that an ongoing grant, meaning is it going to be continuously funded through a grant?
Through you, Madam Mayor, to Councilor Harris's questions. Great questions. So, our community development block grant is fully funded through the HUD program. So it's a federal grant that we receive every year. And full funds right now, the current full-time employees, as well as the 6 part-time employees, are all funded through this grant. So now it would be 2 full-time employees and 2 part-time employees would continue to be fully funded through the grant this year, and every year moving forward, as long as we're receiving that grant from HUD.
Okay. If I could just follow up through you, Madam Mayor. When you say that it's fully funded, does that include things like pensions, benefits? Is that all fully funded?
Through you, Madam Mayor, again, great follow-up question. So yes, our benefits are factored into that calculation. So pension benefits, although reduced for new hires, healthcare benefits would also be included and are built into that fund. Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Harrison. And that was a great question. The Community Development Block Grant is a grant that every single community receives around the country based on population. So we are lucky to receive it, and it oftentimes is on the chopping block at the federal government, and mayors, all mayors from every community around the country stand firmly that this block grant is used to their residents' benefits and stand up strongly for it. So we shall see, but right now, that's the situation. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Letter C, Ms. McGinnis.
I move to adopt a resolution revising the schedule of fees for Cornerstone Aquatic Center.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Mr. Ledwith.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This as well was discussed at our last F&A meeting and Human and Community Services Committee meeting as well. And as you know, the council governs most of the fees of our programs administered by our Leisure Services Department, including fees for the Cornerstone Aquatic Center. The facility operates within our Leisure Services Fund, which is a special revenue account intended to cover operating costs. So fees for this program have not changed since 2024, and we are proposing a $1 increase per month for individual and family memberships. We are not proposing an increase to our senior memberships at this time. We're also proposing an increase in our lane and facility rentals of $5 a lane per hour and $50 an hour for full facility rentals. These types of rentals include, for example, the CIAC will rent out our facility to hold high school meets for schools outside of West Hartford that would utilize our facilities. So combined increases would generate an additional $31,200 in revenue to offset our operating expenses. And these rates would become effective March 1st of 2026. Current revenue, just so you know, within the Cornerstone Aquatic Center is $1,540,000, and current expenses are almost at roughly $1,500,000. So operating income this year is projected at $37,000. And through you, Madam Mayor, happy to answer any questions that the council had.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ledwith. Mr. Winograd, you were in finance, and that was discussed in your committee as well.
Yes, both committees. Again, we did get to discuss them both. I'll note it, as you said, it's a modest increase. And in our documents, we do have the comparison to some other competing facilities to show that this is still a very reasonable price. And I'll note personally that I'm looking at it, thinking about it. So I need a gym. I saw the price and I got to think about that one. So encourage people to take a look as well. And doing some great work there. So recommend approval.
Great. Any other comments or questions? All right, seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Mr. Ledwith, we are up to Town Manager's Report.
How could that be? So I will begin the town manager's report with an update on upcoming council business. So we do have a Public Works, Facilities, and Sustainability Committee meeting on Thursday, February 12th at 8 a.m. That's a virtual meeting. And then we have our Community Planning and Economic Development Committee meeting the following February 18th, which is Wednesday at 8 a.m. That's also a virtual meeting. And then we have a Human and Community Services Committee meeting on February 19th at 8 a.m. And that is a virtual meeting as well. So as folks probably saw the news, our grand list did grow by $81.5 million this year. The Town of West Hartford's Assessment Department finalized the 2025 grand list of taxable and exempt property effective October 1st, 2025, per Connecticut General Statutes on January 31st, 2026. The 2025 grand list reflects all changes in ownership and valuation for each property class. The total net assessed value of all taxable property before the Board of Assessment Appeal actions is $7.3 billion, representing an increase in the net taxable list of $81.5 million, or a 1.1% increase over the prior year. This increase is one of our largest increase in a non-revaluation year in almost 15 years. I do want to take a moment to thank our assessment department for the year-round work that they do tracking and valuing property highlighted in the report. This work is incredibly technical and complex, and it is essential to the town's financial stability. So a big thank you to our entire team in the assessment department. The Town of West Hartford's draft 2025 annual report for the discharge of stormwater from small municipal separate storm sewer systems, or MS4, will be available for viewing and commenting on February 13th, 2026. Please direct comments and questions to Dwayne Martin, our Director of Community Development. The final 2025 MS4 annual report will be available by April 1st of 2026. and will be available for viewing on our stormwater management webpage. Hard copies of the annual report will also be available in the Town Hall Engineering Office, which is room 204 of the Town Hall, and at all 3 public libraries. Let's see, we are now accepting applications for tax relief programs. The filing period for tax relief programs began February 1st of 2026, and they are the State of Connecticut Elderly Homeowner and Totally Disabled Homeowners Program, our local elderly property tax freeze, our local option totally disabled legally blind program, our State of Connecticut additional veterans benefit program, and then our local option for additional veterans exemption. To learn more about each of these programs and apply, please visit our assessment office webpage. Quick update on the center infrastructure project. Tree removal on Farmington Avenue is tentatively scheduled for the evening of Monday, February 16th from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. The following morning. Farmington Avenue will be closed to traffic during the tree work. Police officers and traffic flaggers will be on site to direct traffic and pedestrians, and work will begin on the western block between Walden Street and LaSalle Road. Once work is completed on this block, work will shift to the eastern block from LaSalle Road to North and South Main Street. A notification will be distributed once the date is confirmed. The installation of soil cells may resume on Wednesday, February 18th, and continue throughout the remainder of the week. On LaSalle Road, crews will continue electrical work related to tree pit receptacles. And that concludes the town manager's report this evening. Through you, Madam Mayor, happy to answer any questions that the council had.
Thank you, Mr. Ledwith. Are there questions for the town manager? Sorry, Gail. Ms. Harris. Sorry, Dr. Harris. Apologize.
Thank you. Through you, Madam
Trying to
Mayor.
find something.
I had a question on these tax relief programs. Is that something that those applications are for the town, or is that something into the state?
These are all available through you, Madam Mayor, to Councilor Harris. These are all programs available to our residents here. Some are locally based and some are state-based. But they are for our residents, yeah. But the state programs obviously are available to residents around the state.
Okay. Thank you.
So just to build on that, we sometimes have the assessor in to talk about those tax programs. So maybe in part of maybe a section of our budget meeting or whatever, we can go through those programs that are available to our taxpayers if that's of interest, and whether they're federal or state.
Through you, Madam Mayor, certainly we can do one of two things. We could do it through the budgeting process. We could also invite Joe Dakers back to a F&A meeting. He does like joining that meeting, and we can give an update at our next one as well.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. All right, Mr. Lyons, yes. Okay, go ahead.
Through you, Madam Mayor, to Mr. Town Manager. I attended there was an information center a week or so ago here for local businesses. We were able to talk about some of the things happening. So just thinking in terms of timeline, it's been so cold. I hope we're turning the corner, but could weather hurt this timeline for the trees and tree removal and that sort of thing?
Through you, Madam Mayor, we're hoping it won't. But yeah, we do have anticipated potential system we're watching right now for Sunday and Monday, so that could potentially delay that a day or two. Yeah, but it's going to be 40 degrees tomorrow, so I'm going to be optimistic and hope anything that happens as we move forward quickly melts. But yeah, who knows? But yeah, we will certainly keep everyone abreast of any changes that may happen because of weather.
Thank you, Mr. Ledwith. Thank you.
Thank you. I think we're all getting used to maybe it won't happen on that day. All right. Any other questions for Mr. Ledwith? Okay. Seeing none, Mr. Corporation Counsel, Mr. Dodge, do you have any report?
I do not, Madam Mayor, and we do not require an executive session this evening.
Thank you very much. So now we are on to announcements, and I'm going to start, I think Mr. Ledwith went to go get a proclamation that was supposed to be the proclamation section, but I think it was being looked over by a couple of people, so I didn't get back in time for the beginning of the meeting, but I think Mr. Ledwith is getting it. In the meantime, February 2026, America 250 events. There are 3 upcoming events that are happening this month in celebration of America's 250. They are February 11th at 11 a.m. West Hartford Senior Center presents the American Revolution, a Ken Burns documentary series at Elmwood Community Center, which is amazing. February 15th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., Flags of America Showcase at West Hartford Town Hall Auditorium. And February 19th at 6:30 p.m., Bristow, A Life Remembered, presented by Dr. Booker Devon at Noah Webster House. There will be a diabetes self-management workshop series, begins February 25th. Join registered dietitian and certified care and diabetes education specialist, Paula Kellogg-Leibovitz, for a free virtual 7-week series starting February 25th that will focus on managing your diabetes and eating well while following diabetic guidelines. Registration is required, so please call Sarah Zogu at the West Hartford Bloomfield Health District, and there is a link. And there is, again, one proclamation I'm waiting for. Other than that, is there any questions for, or any other announcements? No questions for an empty chair? Yes, Ms. McGinnis.
Not really a question, but this was brought up in the public safety meeting last week, digging out your fire hydrants, which is going to be a little more difficult because everything's frozen, but I think we have like over 1,000 in town? It was a lot. And, that could make the difference in the fire department getting able to put out a fire very quickly, and those few minutes could make a big difference. So if you have one on your house, please dig it out, or one near you, if you can, please dig it out.
Great point, and they are maintained by neighbors, not necessarily by the staff, and actually they're owned by MDC, believe it or not, but that's a whole nother discussion. Okay, actually, so the proclamation, I'm just going to, because there are any other announcements? Okay. Whereas Black History Month, established in 1926 by Carter G. Woodson, is celebrated every February in recognition of achievements by Black Americans and all people of African descent in the United States. And whereas the West Hartford Town Council takes pride in recognizing February 2026 as Black History Month, celebrating the many notable contributions that people of American descent have made to our country. I'm not sure that there might be a typo in there. Whereas the 2026 national theme for Black History Month, recognizing the achievements and contributions of Black Americans, highlights a century of Black history commemorations marking 100 years of national recognition and celebrating the ongoing impact of these commemorations on Black life and culture. This theme encourages reflection on the transformative power of highlighting Black achievements and history in shaping the modern world. And whereas the town of West Hartford recognizes and celebrates the contributions of Black workers who have been essential to every industry, including agriculture, manufacturing, education, healthcare, public service, entrepreneurship, demonstrating strength, there it is, perseverance, I'm just going to read it from here, and just because strength, perseverance and ingenuity and expression. And whereas we honor those who came before us, the present and future generations whose labor, leadership, and sacrifices continue to shape our nation's progress and inspire the pursuit of equality and justice. And whereas the town of West Hartford acknowledges the historical and ongoing struggles for economic justice and workplace equity faced by African Americans, reaffirms its commitment to fostering a community that values diversity, civility, and unity. Now therefore be it proclaimed on behalf of the Town Council and the residents of West Hartford, I, Mayor Sherry G. Cantor, do hereby join the nation in celebrating Black History Month, discovering, learning, and recognizing the invaluable contributions African Americans have made to society and celebrate these many achievements. And I'm sorry it was at this point in the meeting, but anyway, it means no less coming at any point in the meeting. So, and here's the official proclamation. All right, and I don't have anything else, or any other announcements or comments? before. All right. If there is no objection, we are adjourned. Any objection? Seeing no objection, we are now adjourned. Stay warm.